If your ex isn't taking you seriously, then there's a very good chance that your strategy is the problem. And I see this all the time. People act without thinking, they keep blindly pushing forward, and they end up losing their ex for good. But it really doesn't have to be that way, because the issue is not that your ex is over you. It's often that you're making one fatal mistake that's spoiling their attraction. Now stop me if this sounds familiar. You try your best to be romantic, to tell your ex how you feel, to show them that they're the most important person in your life. You want them to see that you care about them really more than anything, and that you need them to be happy. If you can just make them see that, you think they'll finally appreciate your love and come back to you. But for the vast majority of situations, this is the complete wrong approach to take with an ex. So I'm going to tell you why and what you need to do instead that will rebuild your ex's attraction and have them begging for another chance with you. Now, to understand how this works, first I need to tell you why your current strategy is failing to earn their attention. The way you're treating your ex right now makes a lot of sense on paper. You want to show them that you care about them. But the mistake you're making is that you're treating your ex the way you'd treat someone that you were trying to attract for the first time. The difference is your ex knows you already. They know your personality, how you communicate, and how you feel. And most importantly, they know that you care about them. And they know that you'd be willing to prioritize them in a relationship. That being said, if you are worried that your ex has really no idea how you feel about them, or if they ended things because you always put them second, well, that's a very different scenario, and it's one that I'm going to talk about later in the video. But for 99% of you watching this, your ex already knows how you feel about them. And since they already know, you're wasting your time trying to show them how you feel. And worse, you're actually actively pushing them away. Because when you keep on with this behavior, you only succeed in putting your ex on a pedestal. Your flattery starts to inflate their ego and convince them that they're more valuable than they really are. And they start to get to the idea that, they're incredibly attractive and they could actually find someone way more attractive than you. And simultaneously, it makes them start to lose respect and attraction for you. I mean, really, this is just simple math. The more someone tells you how amazing you are, and the more they put you first at their own expense, the less valuable this person seems to you. Because they start to seem desperate. It becomes clear that they're putting all their eggs in your basket. And while this is flattering, it makes you wonder, why? And really, there's only two possible answers. One, I'm incredibly valuable and so I should raise my standards. Or two, they have no other options. So you're essentially shifting the balance of the relationship in the wrong direction. You're inflating your ex's ego and giving up their respect and attraction. And if they were the one who ended the relationship in the first place, then they already have too much power in the situation. So in reality, if you want to reset the balance of power and get them interested again, you need to take the opposite approach. So the reason that your ex has the power is because they understand that you want them more than they want you. It's really that simple. And so your ex is never going to take you seriously until they see that you're moving on. And that if they don't act, they're actually going to lose you for good. So you need to turn the tables. You need to make yourself more valuable and make them feel less important and more replaceable. They need to see that you're the one with many options and that they're just one of many. And they need to see that without you, they have nothing. So here are the steps you need to take to make this happen. And number one is withdraw affection and attention. If you keep smothering your ex with attention and affection, it doesn't matter what else you do. They won't feel replaceable. They'll see the lengths you'll go to keep them around, and they'll see that you need their presence. So you need to stop sending signals that you're interested. Instead, send the message that you truly understand and accept that the relationship is over, and that you're surviving just fine without them. So, stop showering them with your love. Stop giving them compliments and validation. Stop answering their messages and phone calls. Go dark, go silent, and get some space. This is really going to wake them up because up until now, you've probably seemed really totally dependent on them for happiness. They felt like the ray of sunshine in your otherwise dark life. Now, it's a selfish idea, but it's one that it's easy for your ex to fall victim to based on how you've been acting. They've been getting that feeling since the breakup, or even maybe for the entire relationship, depending on how you've treated them. So now they're going to finally see that you don't need them at all. And they'll start to realize how much they actually rely on you for their own happiness. And number two, upgrade your life. Getting away from your ex is really just step one. Because if you take space from them and then just fall into a huge pit of depression, then you're only going to show your ex that their suspicions were correct, that you need them in order to be happy. But if you take this as an opportunity to challenge yourself and to really live your best life, you're going to show them that they are replaceable after all. You'll both see that you don't need them or really anyone in order to be happy. You can easily live a full life focused on, your career, your hobbies, your social life, whatever. And not only can you easily live life without them, but your life can be even better than it was when the two of you were together. You can achieve more, live more, be more without them distracting you. And now they go from feeling like they don't matter to feeling like they might have actually been holding you back. And that's going to send them into a shame spiral and make them wonder if everything they thought about you and your relationship was totally backwards. And third, explore your freedom. It's not enough to just do more of what you were already doing. You also have to take steps outside of your comfort zone and really try new things if you want your ex to really take notice. You're trying to change how they see you, and that means making actual change. So look at all the ways that their relationship held you back. Then be honest with yourself here. All relationships are really a trade-off. Freedom for love. Now, I'm sure that this relationship was worth the trade-off for you, but it definitely was a compromise that you made. And now that you're single, if only temporarily, you have more freedom and spare time, and you really need to take advantage of it. So, do something crazy and spontaneous. Cut your hair, get a tattoo, book a flight to Paris, take a boxing class. Really do whatever it takes to get out of your comfort zone. And once you've proven to yourself that you can do difficult and new things, then it's time to take the plunge and actually start dating again. Now, I know that you want your ex back, but going on a few casual dates is going to help, trust me. Remember, you want your ex to see that they can be replaced. And the best way to do that is to get out there, meet new people, and pursue them romantically. Be upfront that you're just trying to be casual, but don't be afraid to sleep around, make connections, and just see what happens. If you want to know exactly how to go about it, I've actually made a video on this topic that I've linked in the description below and up here in the corner. But basically, just know that it's going to be difficult, but it's also going to work wonders on your ex's perception of you. They're probably going to feel maybe angry, jealous, heartbroken, but they're also going to know that they have no one to blame but themselves. They had a chance with you and they blew it. And now their only option is to come crawling back to you begging for another chance. But this is assuming that you are in the scenario that I laid out at the beginning of the video, and sometimes, occasionally, you may need to take another path. Now, remember when I told you that there are a couple of scenarios where you shouldn't follow this advice? Let's talk about those ones right now. So scenario number one, whether you ended the relationship or it was your ex's choice, if you sincerely believe that your ex never had any idea about how you felt about them, that you care about them and love them, and you believe that that specifically was what drove the two of you apart. In scenario two, you know that they felt like you prioritized other parts of your life over them and that they always had to fight for your attention. Now, in either of those scenarios, you don't really need to show your ex that they're replaceable. They already felt replaceable, and that was the problem. You took it a little too far. So instead, these are the situations where being kind to your ex and really showing interest is going to be a better move. But you don't want to overdo this. A little bit of attention is going to go a long way, especially if your ex has been starved for your affection. But of course, there are also many other situations you may be in with your ex. And if your relationship with your ex has become really difficult or complicated, please contact me directly so we can work out a plan together. Go to breakupbrad.com/coaching right now and get in touch with me today. I've worked with tens of thousands of clients over the past 15 years. And when you sign up for my coaching, I'll listen to your whole story and offer practical guidance that you can actually use to get them back. You can get all the details and sign up right now at breakupbrad.com/coaching. And that's all for this one, guys. After you click like and subscribe, which I really appreciate, by the way, I recommend you watch one of my other recent videos where I explain the one key emotion that your ex needs in order for them to take you back. Click the link here in the corner or the description below to watch that video now. Good luck. Talk soon.